From Wish TV and the All Indiana Podcast Network, this is the Business, Equity, and Opportunities Podcast with Scott Sander.
Welcome to the Business, Equity, and Opportunities Podcast. I'm Scott Sander. On this episode,
James Jones, along with his wife Shawn, opened his place Eatery to redefine soul food, leveraging his culinary training and close attention to detail. They're now growing their business and sharing their experiences with us to help others find success.
Looking for ways to save on your energy bills? AES Indiana has you covered. From smart thermostats to home energy assessments, we offer simple solutions to keep your home comfortable and your costs down. AES can help you save money and energy with kits, tips, rebates, and more. Visit aesindiana.com/ways to save to learn more about how we can help you save money. AES Indiana, helping you discover real ways to save.
Every business is unique and has a target audience. If you own or manage a business, Circulus Digital Media can help you connect and grow your customer base with turnkey digital solutions that are nimble, offering best-in-class results, service, and support to reach a bigger customer base, allowing you to pinpoint a specific audience down to the smallest details. Get outside the city, the state, span the globe. Put Circulus Digital Media to work for you. Get started now at circulusdigital.com. That's circulusdigital.com.
My name is James Jones, Chef James Jones, and we are at His Place Eatery. We're at our 86th and Ditch location. We have two locations. We have our original location, which is at 30th and Shadeland on the east side of Indianapolis. That location has been there. We've been on the east side for over 15 years now. It'll be 16 years in March. And then our newest location at 86th and Ditch, where we are right now. We've been here since July. The cool thing about what we do is that, both locations are completely different as far as the aesthetic, but the food, the customer service, the consistency, the feeling that you get, that warm feeling when you go to either location still exists. And so that's what we're most proud about. I never really wanted to open a restaurant when I was younger. Never really had any inkling of doing anything like that. This all started from, I was working in media actually for years, and decided to go back to school, and I went to culinary school. Just at the time, it was the big push for Food Network and all that, and Emeril Lagasse. I was really, really encouraged by that, and so I love cooking, and so I decided to go back to school. I went to culinary school and went to Ivy Tech here locally, and as part of that program, I always tell people the very first class that I had was a food theory class. And in that class, the chef said, if you have one idea, and you take that idea and you use that idea through all of your courses, every single course that you have, there'll be a project. And if you use one idea consistently through that whole project, through the whole coursework, you'll have a business plan, almost a completed business plan when you're finished. So the assignment for the very first assignment was to come up with some type of idea that you wanted to just keep working on. And at the time I had no idea what I was going to do. So I just started thinking about it, and I was like, I would like to do an upscale soul food restaurant. And so that was sort of the incubator for sort of what happened. And so from there, after I finished up culinary school, we had the opportunity to do His Place Eatery. And again, it's not upscale soul food, but the idea is sort of an upscale service is sort of what we do. Well, I just think it's about being open to taking advantage of opportunities. And I've always kind of prided myself on, I tell everybody I don't turn down anything but my collar until I look at it. You know what I'm saying? So the opportunity sort of presented itself. I talked to my wife about it at the time. She was my fiance. And of course, back then she was very agreeable. So she was like, oh, sure. So that's sort of how the journey began. So it was, again, just being in the right place at the right time, taking advantage of the opportunity, but also I think just working in corporate. Both of us had worked in corporate, so we had a lot of kind of a foundation as to business and kind of things that we would look for in business if we ever had the opportunity to own our own business. So I think that's played a great part in kind of what we do and how we go about doing our business. Well, as far as opening up more locations, our goal is to take His Place Eatery and to grow it as much as we possibly can, but also to keep the essence of who we are in place, and that is providing excellent service and really good soul food to make you feel like you're at home, make you feel like you're sitting at grandma's house on Sunday. So as long as we can keep those things in place, then we feel like the sky is the limit. I think that in business, I think that there's a very fine line between being open to listening to others' feedback and knowing exactly who you are and what you do well. And I think too many times in business, we open ourselves up to what everyone else has to say, and we try to please everyone, and that's when we start to have trouble. Also, I think that once you start chasing the dollar, you start chasing money, it's all downhill from there. So whatever you're passionate about, stay with the passion. Let the passion drive you. Let what it is that you do be the driving force. And as long as you do it well, you do it consistently, then the dollars will come. And that's sort of how we operate. We don't let, making money is not on the forefront of what we do. We want to provide excellent service, excellent food, and that's our driving force. And from there, we've had success. Well, I think that it's important to be where the people are. And also we pride ourselves on being welcoming to every walk of life. And therefore you have to be in different places. You have to use different types of mediums. And also, social media is, that's what we are in today. These times is heavily driven by social media. And I think it's important not to be afraid to step out and try new things, because failure is a big part of success, and a failure today could possibly be the biggest success for tomorrow. So you have to keep that in mind and just do what you're comfortable doing, but also you have to kind of step outside the line sometimes and challenge yourself to try new things. A lot of times our fear is all in our head. Things seem a lot more difficult before you actually do them, or before you actually get in the moment. And sometimes that fear holds you back from the success that's on the other side. And so, every opportunity, like I said, look at the opportunity and, talking to people and expressing what your business is, what your concepts are. You have to be comfortable doing that in order to grow whatever it is that you're trying to do. That's a baseline part of success, is being able to communicate what it is that you do.
Our thanks again to all the contributors who joined us for this episode of the Business Equity and Opportunities podcast. We hope you found it enlightening, useful, and inspiring. You'll find more information about the show on our website, BEOshow.com. You can watch Business Equity and Opportunities Sunday mornings at 10 on Wish TV, or live stream it through wishtv.com. Each week we provide 7 full segments with topics ranging from how to get started and how to access capital to the day-to-day running of your business and questions about accounting and bookkeeping. We feature business news and trends and always share a success story from one of our contributors. Join us next time for more insights into the world of small business. Be sure to sign up for our Business Equity and Opportunities newsletter to get even more valuable, up-to-date information. And if you have any questions or you'd like to be part of our show, please email us. The address is beo@wishtv.com. We'd love to hear from you. I'm Scott Sander. Thanks for listening.
Watch the Business Equity and Opportunity Show on Wish TV and access all of our content and share it on demand anytime at BEOshow.com. You can find more podcasts from Wish TV on the All Indiana Podcast Network at allindianapodcastnetwork.com.